Alright, cool. Today I want to talk about abandonment issues, okay, when a tenant abandons a property. So what that is basically when a tenant just moves out. They don't say anything to you, they just leave. Often we figure this out because they didn't pay their rent and they're not responding to our communication. We'll contact their emergency contact person. Sometimes we get a reply, sometimes we don't. The tenant just leaves. They're not communicating, they just leave. Now, sometimes they take their stuff, sometimes they don't. Either way, if this is what's happening, this is not a formal lease termination, early termination, or anything like that because there's no communication. So there's actually very strict regulations governing how we handle this. So yet again, a great place to implement some policies and procedures so you know exactly what to do, follow the rules, follow the regulations, do things by the book, and don't get yourself in trouble, okay? Procedures and notices. Washington law requires landlords to follow strict notice procedures before reclaiming possession of the property. So you do have to post a specific abandonment notice, which basically says something to the effect of, we're pretty sure you abandoned the property. If not, let us know. And you have to post a notice. And like we talked about before, whenever you post a notice, you have to mail it via certified mail. While you're there, you're going to document other clues that the property has been abandoned. Overgrown lawns, the mailbox is stacking up. You can talk to neighbors, see if anyone's seen them. Basically, you're trying to just gather evidence, documentation that this property is in fact abandoned. Okay, you're gonna obviously keep trying to contact the tenant, email, phone, text, call their emergency contact as well. And then after you post a notice and mail, you're gonna wait 5 days before taking any further action. And you're definitely not going to enter the property, change the locks, or do anything until the notice period has expired and the abandonment has been established, okay? Okay, in order to establish abandonment, you've done all of these actions and you've documented at least 2 signs the property's been abandoned. Either talk to a neighbor, the mail's not being delivered, the mail's getting returned, not responding to you, whatever you've documented to show like, hey, we've done everything in good faith trying to make contact and confirm that this place is abandoned. We posted on the door, we sent it via certified mail, we are still not getting a response from this person. Pretty sure they're gone, okay? Property is abandoned, what do? You actually have to do a very specific set of things. If there's stuff still in the property, you have to store it for 45 days. That's the housing provider's responsibility. You can't just take this person's stuff and throw it away. Now, what we always do is you have to fill out the form for this and send another notice to the tenant letting them know where their stuff is going to be stored, and it includes the estimated value of the property left behind. I don't know how we're supposed to figure that out, but you do. You estimate the value of it, put it on there, and you issue the abandonment property storage notice by informing the tenant how their personal belongings will be handled. We, by default, like Scariest by default, always just recommends that we store the stuff in the physical property itself. That ends up being cheaper than, packing it all up, moving it to a storage facility, and then dumping it after that. So we just leave it there, and the tenant has 45 days. So not great because you have to wait 45 days before you can start turning over the property, but it ends up costing you less in most situations, okay? All right, so the bottom line is, abandonment's not great usually, but under most circumstances, what's happened is you've started eviction and they're not paying rent. So we're glad that they're gone and we can finally put an end to this poor relationship. Doesn't happen all that often, to be honest, but when it does, it's very important that you follow these steps exactly so you don't get yourself in trouble down the line. If you like the video, like it, subscribe, follow along. We do lots of videos on property management topics, tips, tricks, strategies, discussions, all sorts of stuff. Thanks for watching.